Hey everybody, welcome to Beyond the Bell. I'm Andrew Zarian here on a beautiful Tuesday morning on Fightful. Of course, I'm joined by the one, the only, the incomparable Rich Stambolian.
The incomparable.
Dude, you crumping?
Who's uncharismatic?
You're
I'm
cranking?
Crumpus. I'm cranking. I'm Soldier Boy telling him. I'm doing this shit all day.
That thing? Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Crank that. I'm crank thatting. What's going on, man?
Oh, man. Nice weekend. I had a very nice weekend. I went to upstate New York. I did Wrestling Observer Live from Silvana's patio.
Very nice.
We stayed at Silvana's house. Fantastic. We had a great time.
Did you do it on your phone?
No, I actually brought, dude, you know, I got to tell you something. I have a great mobile setup. I brought the Sonys. I set it up. I have a cam link, Elgato cam link. I just connected it to my laptop, and I brought my my Shure USB mic.
Very nice.
It was freaking perfect.
There you go.
Perfect. I don't know how it looked, but it looked great on my end.
Were you?
Yeah, and I had a super producer. I had MG super producing us.
Were you sipping a big glass of Pinot Gris?
No, it was early, and we were leaving that morning. So we did it at 9 a.m., and I did it from, like, the outside.
Wow.
Dude, we had a great time. We went apple picking. I was in Livingston Manor, which I love that town, upstate New York. It's about almost 2 hours away. It's nice and sleepy and quiet. It's like 10 miles from Monticello.
Yeah.
So we stay. That's where Jess and I go when we're going anyway. We go to Livingston Manor. But it was a great time. I had a great weekend. Nice, relaxing weekend. I caught up on wrestling. I watched it all on my iPad. And that's amazing, dude. Like, the fact that everything is so mobile now and you can watch it anytime, anywhere, which we'll talk about because we got the ESPN pay-per-view happening, and we got all that happening, and we got a lot of wrestling happening. But I do want to tell everybody, subscribe to Fightful. It helps us out. It helps Fightful out. I know a lot of you guys have come over from the Matmen page or the Wrestling Observer page because, we're on Wrestling Observer too, right? We're everywhere. But I like that we have this harmony set up amongst everything that we're doing, which is very cool. So I recommend subscribe to us everywhere that you see us. It helps us out. Also, super chat us. When you do, it helps people out that work on the show, like our producer, MG.
Yeah, Mr. Gonzo.
I'm not allowed to put him on camera on Fightful. It's not part of my contract.
No.
Sean said no. Sean specifically said no, but you know who said yes? Joel. Joel wants to see MG all the time.
Yeah, that's another one. We got a bone to pick with Joel. It was good. It was very low key. I watched the boxing at my boy's house. He had like a bit of a get together. Probably the latest night I've stayed out in a very long time, and we didn't even finish watching the show because it went on so late.
Yeah, Turkey Al-Sheikh was there.
Turkey Al-Sheikh was there. That was my and our niece's birthday party was Sunday, so it was a very nice weekend. Do you want to get it moving?
Isn't that what Vicky made for the party?
Yeah. Thanks. That last year's Thanksgiving, actually.
Yeah. Oh, she made a turkey Al-Sheikh. I made a chicken cordon bleu. She made a turkey Al-Sheikh.
You want to get moving on this?
Yeah, but can I start dressing like that? Go ahead. Go into the story. And I think we're going to start doing it.
I think you'd be okay if you rocked the keffiyeh.
Now, it's not my culture, but
no,
I could play the part.
Sure. Yeah.
Very easily.
Is that stealing some kind of valor if you do that?
No. I am Middle Eastern. I'm allowed to do it.
Is that cultural appropriation?
Let me tell you something. Because of the fact that I am mostly Middle Eastern, I can make fun of all of them.
Sure.
That's just how it works. I have the book. I was given that book. It tells me everybody I can make fun of and I can't.
It's the Middle Eastern joke book.
It's like it's all Dangerfield jokes.
Yeah.
But like a little with like the accent. Oh, you know my wife. She doesn't give me any respect.
It's very vampiric.
It turns into my Bruno Sammartino gimmick where he was bitten by a bat. When I was a little boy in Italy, I got beat by a bat, and it gave me the strength of 1,000 men. Buddy Rogers, I'm coming for you.
For those unfamiliar with that joke, that was an old Matmen joke that Bruno Sammartino was a Dracula.
Dude, I sat down, and you know who could vouch for this? Will Washington. I sat down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I sat down in front of, I think it was JJ, Garrett Gonzalez, Will Washington, and a bunch of other people. And I proceeded to book Bruno being bit by a bat and turning into a vampire. But the way that I positioned it is when he came back in the 80s, Bruno comes back in the 80s, right? Because his son was wrestling and Vince gets him out of retirement. And his big beef with WWE wasn't the fact that they were doing steroids. He didn't care about that. He just couldn't consume their blood.
Right.
It was tainted. Macho Man Randy Savage. Taint. Hulk Hogan, get away from me with your tainted blood. He was just a bat.
I would love to have, in that alternate world, I would have loved to see all those interactions with Vampire Bruno Sammartino.
Hot Rod.
How would he have felt about Gangrel?
Oh, he would have loved them. My friend from
my best
the
friend.
old country, Genghis Grill.
I would have loved that too.
I have him right here. He likes it. Look, he comes alive. My Gangrel comes alive at night.
Yeah.
Bet you boys and girls don't have a Gangrel that hangs out and lurks in your office and comes alive in the middle of the night.
How's that sign doing, by the way? Or is it going to fall over on you again?
Hanging on with just
hanging on by a
gum.
thread.
I hanging by a thread. It's a piece of gum holding this thing together.
Let's talk wrestling.
Yeah.
This last week, I mean, we talked about this on Matt Men. I'm sure everybody's covered it, but it's the first time you're hearing it here. WWE announces Saudi Arabia will host WrestleMania 43. WWE held a press conference in Las Vegas on Friday with Triple H and Saudi official Turki Al-Sheikh announcing that WrestleMania 43 will be held in Saudi Arabia in 2027. Now, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Between now and then, how much can this change?
It won't.
Okay.
It is not going to change. That is going to happen. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. This has been part of the 10-year revitalization of the public relations of Saudi Arabia. They have a sovereign fund. We do too now in the U.S. We have a sovereign fund. And many countries have a sovereign fund. I actually think it's a great idea to have a sovereign fund. But that's me doing my my economics show. After this, I'll touch on that.
What's the name of that show?
Andrew Talks Numbers.
Andrewnomics with Numbers.
Andrewnomics with Numbers. It's Numbers Drew. I just changed my. Everything is numbers. Every sentence. Do you know? Can I tell you something? There's a certain musician that I speak to regularly.
Yeah.
Okay. And this person, very famous, very very famous musician. And this person will text me regularly with random like comments because they like wrestling and they will like comment about wrestling to me. And they end every sentence with a little dragon. Instead of a period, it's a little dragon.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So listen, this has been part of the 10-year plan. We joked about this a decade ago, and we said how soon till WrestleMania goes there. And when Vince was in charge, I always said it will not happen with Vince McMahon in charge.
Right.
Okay. I said that from day one. I truly believe that, and many people in WWE believe that also. Now, listen, man, it's easy for me to sit here and say that based on what people have told me, but you never know when someone is throwing the amount of money that they're throwing. The estimates are, $100 million. It could be even $50 million. It could be $60 million. The highest site fee WWE has ever received, that was from this summer in New Jersey. It was in Jersey, right? It was this summer? Yeah.
Yeah, the MetLife show?
The MetLife show. 2 nights, right? Was it 2 nights? I don't remember a thing.
It was 2 nights.
It was 2 nights. My God, my brain is fried. That was the highest site fee paid, and that was around $7 million. So
$7 million compared to the possible $150 million.
Whatever it is. And it's astronomical. I don't have the number in front of me. I don't want to spread a rumor of a number. If you guys in the chat room have that confirmed, please tell me. I saw it in passing. This is what they do. This is part of their goal. WWE's not the only ones doing this. I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet the NFL will be playing there, and the NHL will be playing there, and the NBA will be there. The Olympics, this is what we're at right now. This is the world that we're at. And they are actively attempting to rehab the image of that country, which they have.
Yeah.
for many people. Again, I'm not giving any opinions of mine. If you've listened to me long enough and you've listened to Rich long enough, you know exactly where we sit on this.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere near the political stuff because I'm so disgusted from last week between 9/11 and political assassination. I don't want to get into the politics of anything. I'm just saying I'm disgusted as a human being that we're at this level. I don't want to hear any comments. I don't want to get a DM over this. Don't talk to me about it. I don't want to talk.
Just don't talk to us.
You know, now I'm getting upset. Now, see, I promised myself I wouldn't do this. Last night my wife had to talk me off a ledge about this stuff. But this is where we're at. And listen, the Saudis are doing it. The Qataris are doing it. UAE, this is, they have a ton of money and they are looking to revitalize their positioning in the world with entertainment and bringing American companies over.
Yeah.
My question is, listen, WrestleMania is a big international travel show.
Yeah.
How many Americans are going to Saudi Arabia?
You know what? Maybe 2. I don't know. That's a good question. Like, how many Americans are going to Saudi? It's a long trip. I also feel like, there is a, how do I put this? There is.
Here we go. Ballot Club guy. Ballot Club. By the way.
Yeah.
Did you see Ballot Club guy on Raw?
This guy got hugged by Bailey.
I'm shocked he stood up afterwards. Yeah. I was shocked.
How to put this delicately?
He got hugged by Bailey.
Yeah.
Ballot Club guy is saying that $250 million for Mania is the reported number, and $100 million for Royal Rumble, $350 total.
Yeah.
Dude,
I feel like
I would say you are doing a disservice for your investors if you do not take the money.
Okay, that's one. That's obviously that's the
not your fans
business goal, right?
By going there, you're doing a major disservice for your fan base.
Yeah,
because this will not be a destination show. This will be specifically for there. Listen, man, unless I'm wrong and I don't know the European market and a bunch of people from England and Germany and France and Italy are going to travel to Saudi Arabia to go see WrestleMania. You know one thing you are not going to see? The belt guys with the sweaty towels on their heads. You're not going to see those guys.
You're not going to see the belt guys. There's like I said, I was trying to say this as delicately as possible. I feel like there's also, for fans that aren't, let's say, that are like middle America fans, like they're not going to Saudi Arabia. Like nobody in like the middle.
I'm not a middle America fan, and I'm not going to Saudi Arabia.
But like, I feel like it's just like it's not feasible. I feel like a diehard fan, yes. Like there's probably diehard fans who are like, hell yeah, I'll follow the company wherever they go. We were talking the other day, the European fans.
Yeah,
Saudi's a dry country. Are the European fans gonna go and just like not try to drink? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of interesting.
It's not Dubai. But it's also not Dubai.
It's not Dubai. But it's also like kind of like central in that area where like maybe they're banking on Asian fans, African fans, Eastern Europe fans, other Middle Eastern fans.
That's amazing. That's amazing, and that's beautiful. And you gave people that normally do not have access to to live professional wrestling have it on that scale. I think that's amazing. Listen, when I criticize governments and this stuff and in the business, it's never the people. You want people to be able to have access to these things and to enjoy it, and many kids are going to be happy. Also, America loves it when we go there, like as far as our government goes, because it's spreading Americanism.
Right.
There's nothing more Americana than professional wrestling, if you really think about it, and football and baseball, and we're going to see that happen. So this is the big story here. This is definitely a shift in WWE. This is definitely a shift in their thought process between giving them Royal Rumble and giving them WrestleMania. We'll see UFC there. These are going to be large-scale events. But here's the other thing here. The conversation here, and it's less speculation and more based in reality. They want every big name possible.
Right. Andre the Giant.
Yokozuna.
Bring him back. Yokozuna.
My question here is, okay, who would be available In 2 years, in a year and a half, right? It's a year and a half from now.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take. Who could possibly be available to do this? The obvious two top ones are Dwayne and it's Austin. Those are your two guys, right? That would be Steve Austin more than anything else, I would imagine, would be the one because we see him less. Okay, so you got The Rock, you got him. Who else? Undertaker
Cena,
coming back?
Undertaker. Well, look who went for the announcement. You had Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, right?
Shawn Michaels is getting his knees done.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker at some capacity, Austin, Rock, Cena. I think possibly we mentioned Jericho the other day, right? Anybody and anybody who they can get, they probably will rope in with a ton of money and say like, hey, this is the deal. You know, Kane.
Okay, Booker T comes out of retirement. Major Blood in our chat room said, Kane. Okay, so let's do the fantasy booking. Okay,
sure.
Let's do it. Just very quickly. Who's Undertaker?
What's your main event?
Who's Undertaker facing?
Tag team match. Undertaker and Kane versus Roman and Cody.
Undertaker and Kane versus. Oh, you know what else we'll get? We'll get the Dudleys and the Hardys.
Sure.
Okay. Maybe Edge and Christian if their contracts are done and there's enough money thrown at them. You could do the one last TLC match. Undertaker and Damian Priest. I want to see Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could have, Rock and Roman. You do that one match, and you finally do Lesnar and Austin.
That's your headline?
My headline is Roman and Rock.
Okay. Yeah. Undercard, Lesnar and Austin?
Yeah.
It's so wild. But also, like, who's gonna, those are, like, big names, and this is the fantasy card that we're making, but out of those guys, who's gonna agree to do it?
Listen, man, they are looking to throw a lot of money, and the entire point of these are guys that grew up in a generation where it was make as much money as you possibly can. These opportunities come once in a lifetime,
right?
If you throw $7 million or $5 million or $10 million to Steve, I'm just throwing a number to Steve Austin.
Sure.
He's not thinking like $10 million.
Yeah.
Did you see what Hogan's liquid money was?
No.
He had $5 million.
All right.
No, that's it.
I mean,
listen, I'm sure
he had his troubles.
I'm sure there's more, but for a man that built WWE with Vince McMahon, he was the backbone to have $5 million left, no matter whatever has happened in your life, or a Ric Flair. We've heard his stories. This is not a guy that has enough FU money to never do a thing in his life. He likes to work because he spends money. It's a very different business. So if you have an opportunity to make X amount of millions of dollars in one shot for 15 minutes, I think you could pull it off.
Yeah. Jeff in the chat says, I'll miss my WrestleMania for the first time in 20 years if all of this nonsense is on WrestleMania 2027.
Wow. What was the last WrestleMania you went to?
Oh, I've never been to a WrestleMania.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been to a WrestleMania. I've always, I feel like at the MSG one was probably the closest one I should have gone to.
Yeah. I don't like stadiums. I don't like going to stadium shows.
Yeah, same.
They look beautiful on TV, but I just don't like the experience. I like a smaller, I like the last WrestleMania. I've gone to WrestleMania weekend events. The last WrestleMania I went to was 20.
The MSG one.
The MSG one. 21 years ago. That's the last WrestleMania I went to.
I'm under the impression that Jeff travels to all WrestleManias. Let me know if that's true, Jeff.
You want that he goes to all of them?
Yeah. That he physically travels to them. I got a couple of friends that try to go every year, and they'll go every other year.
Yeah, me too.
It's fascinating. I feel like nobody I've talked to is really rah-rah about it either.
No, I don't think most are. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Mark Shapiro, TKO's Mark Shapiro, discussed WWE ticket prices, and he said Vince McMahon wasn't totally focused on maximizing the opportunities. How are they baby-facing this man?
Exactly.
The last week, they've really turned Vince.
Yeah.
At an annual Goldman Sachs conference, they were talking about ticket pricing for both UFC and WWE. He said WWE is not where UFC is yet on ticket yield. We have our work to do there. Shapiro hasn't been shy about saying publicly over the years that TKO sees tremendous upside to increasing ticket prices for WWE. An example he used on Wednesday was UFC shattering previous records and becoming the highest grossing event in history of Chicago's United Center. He essentially said that Vince McMahon was pricing tickets for families.
Right.
And that is not what they are looking to do. They're looking to maximize on maximum opportunity. And I will tell you why. Okay?
Yeah, please.
And this is what was said to me from somebody. Because for weeks now, every conversation I'm having with people within WWE, and listen, some may say this is a delusional, the grass is greener on the other side scenario.
Yeah.
Or these are loyalists to Vince, or, they're just not getting the attention from TKO. Now they're saying this. So it could be any of those things. But the general conversation I have had is, and it's not being said like Vince was so much better. Let me just start off with that. It is Vince would not have done many of the things that TKO is doing. One is the ticket prices, because he always wanted it to be for families, because he realized that maximizing the people was your most important marketing tool. To have multi-generational fans come to your events. A father, a grandfather, a son. A mother, a daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Yep, all of them.
All of them. Vince realized that is a huge marketing tool. You know what is not a marketing tool? When the only people that could really afford your tickets are grown men going by themselves because they can't afford to take their families. And guess what happens? Your viewership dies with them.
Exactly.
So it's basic. It's basic marketing, but. When he started that, and also he had promised his father, he would keep prices down for his families and, that whole thing. But it's a very old school way of thinking. I would benefit from having a family of 4 come than a family of 2. Why?
100%.
Because you're expanding your viewership and you're creating it amongst together. Me and the kids, we watch the Mets game every freaking night.
Right.
We go to Mets games all the time. I went to God knows how many games this season. I lost count. Yeah. Did I go with them all the time? No, but did I go with them a lot? Yes. Why? Because I could afford the tickets. If those tickets were 3 times the amount, no way I would even consider going to as many as I did. And it kills the fandom. I will give you a great example. I looked this up last week. I'm sure the number is not what I'm reporting now. I looked at Wrestlepalooza and what the ticket prices are. The cheapest ticket I saw in the nosebleeds were $230 freaking dollars. Wow. Those tickets should not be more than $40. You can't afford a front row ticket. I have a ticket stub from 1999. Now you're going to say, well, my God, that was forever ago. I have a ticket stub from 1999 right in that drawer over there. Front row SmackDown behind Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole. Do you know how much those tickets were?
How much?
$44.
Yeah.
Is it? Do I want it? Do I say, should it be $44? No, it shouldn't. That's crazy low. But it also should not be $8,000, $9,000, $10,000.
Yeah, exactly. The cheapest, I'm looking at the Wrestlepalooza stuff. The cheapest ticket is $180. And it's way up in the nosebleeds.
Okay, also. $180. Okay, so $230, $180. You know what? Pretty much the same, around the same area. That is crazy.
But there's also nosebleeds going for $265, $349.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. Now, am I telling you lower your prices? I'm not telling you how to run your business. Your goal is to maximize your business opportunity, maximize your profits, because you are owned by the investors. The reason why they're doing this, and Vince didn't, is because the way that the company was set up. Yes, Vince ran a publicly traded company. However, it was not a real publicly traded company. Vince still controlled everything. That's why when they tried to oust him, they couldn't, because he controlled all the important shares and the majority of it. Guess who doesn't have that leverage? Nick Khan, Triple H. They are now employees that have to maximize sales, and they have to maximize profits, not fandom. You are last on the list, my friends.
Yeah, sadly.
So the only way tickets are going to get lower is if, less and less people are attending. And right now they're really hot, and I think they're going to continue growing because they are no longer about the pro wrestling fan. They want everybody. They want this to be an outing at the circus.
Right.
The circus is coming to town, Rich.
Let's go to the circus.
Let's go to the circus. Now, are you a circus freak? Are you a circus fan? Are you a circus mark? No. But the circus is in town. That is the goal of what they are doing.
Yeah. Balor Club says top of the garden for November 17th, 328.
Okay, so top of the garden, 328.
Jeez.
Those were, I would say, 80 on a higher scale. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Andrew Zarian pricing. Those would be on a higher scale, $89.
Right.
My tickets that I get for the garden, every one of those, the November show, the Christmas show, whatever it is, right? They are always $142. My tickets. I get four tickets.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that we get all the time too. Same thing, $140. I looked those up. They're $870.
That's insane, dude.
Fucking piece.
Yeah. Now, do you consider, when you saw that, did you consider that a big FU?
You know what? I laughed because it's they're getting the price.
Yeah.
They're getting it. So it's not, if when it's an FU, they price it and nobody buys it, and what a waste. No, there are people paying.
They're getting it,
and it's a sellout. And 20,000, 15,000, 16,000 people are willing to pay astronomical 3x pricing on these tickets.
That's really wild to me. But I did
calling for it. But you know why?
I know a guy,
because the circus is in town.
The circus is in town. I know a guy who's got 4 kids, and he's like, I always take him to the garden show. I'm not going this year.
Yeah,
because he's like, I can't afford 6 tickets for my family.
But you know what? Someone else can, and that's how they see it.
Right. That's how they see it, because it's like you said, it's not one guy at the top. It's a bunch of guys working for this machine that has to generate money. Otherwise, their jobs are on the line. Like you made a point last week of saying nobody was gonna fire Vince.
Yeah.
Right. But people could fire Triple H and Nick Khan.
Of course. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not, but it's a possibility. So I wanted to touch on that a little bit. We'll go into Raw a little bit here, and then I want to go into the pay-per-views. We're wrapping up at around 11:30 Eastern, so we got a little over 30 minutes here. Get your questions ready for the end of the show. We're going to do a Q&A also. So the highlight of Raw, here are the highlights. John Cena came out to the ring for a promo.
He came out for a promo, dude.
Palooza. Declaring he would not back down for Brock Lesnar and vowed to defeat him at Wrestlepalooza.
Great.
Okay. Pierce spoke to Knight and Uso before booking Knight and a partner of his choosing against the Vision. So is LA Knight a heel? Is Jey Uso a heel?
Between all these guys, you kind of don't know. I don't think they should turn LA Knight heel at all.
Okay. I don't either. I think listen, dude, get him over. Do something different with him. Give him an opportunity.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for years. Lyra defeated Roxanne Perez. Judgment Day attacked Lyra after the match, but Bayley appeared. He laid out Raquel and Roxanne. Bayley hugged everybody in sight, including our good friend, Balor Club guy in the chat room.
Hell yeah.
We should interview him about that hug.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get weird with her, did you?
Held her 1 second too long.
He held her 1 second, half a second too long. You know those hugs? They're like, it's like, all right, I'm leaving. No. Come back in. You're not allowed. Don't
not
leave.
letting go hug.
No. You can't leave. So Bayley ran around the ring hugging everybody. Stephanie Vaquero and Io Sky signed their contract for Wrestlepalooza. That'll be a great match. They were interrupted by the Kabuki Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Say that again. You weren't on air.
I said, Asuka is psycho now. I kind of like this weird dynamic they got going on with her.
Thank you. Psycho Clown. She's Psycho Clown now. You know what? You're the Pagano to my Psycho Clown, Rich.
You know what? Talk about a fun show. That was a fun show.
Oh, dude, what a blast that show was. Oh, you're not there. There you are.
Hello, I'm here.
All right, hello. Penta defeated Kofi Kingston with Grayson Waller and Xavier Woods. So the big story, what they're planning, the next program really is Penta and Dominic. They're headed.
I'm into it.
Oh, dude, me too. For the AAA title? Yeah.
I'm so into it.
Yeah. You know what's
what
wild,
a win. Yeah.
You watch like the WWE people in AAA, and it's such a different setting there in that building. You know, like just like the way that they do it, where like the lights are dark. You know, the ring is totally different looking. I love the visual of AAA.
Yeah.
It's not this bright thing on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fun. That was super enjoyable, and especially to see Dominic win the main event.
Yeah.
Pretty fantastic.
Really fantastic. Really, really cool stuff. Jey Uso met with Jimmy backstage to say he would not team with LA Knight. However, Jimmy told Jey that he already rejected Knight's offer. Jimmy said he would not let Jey boss him around since Jey did not have a Ulafala.
You're missing that Ulafala, brother.
This is so stupid. I
think you need an Ulafala.
Can I start wearing one, or is that appropriating?
I think if you appropriate a little from everything, it's okay.
It's
so
okay,
you have like
just
an
a
Ulafala,
everything, yeah.
Ulafala,
Viking
you have
culture.
Like
I'll do a Viking
keffiyeh,
thing.
Maybe like a poncho.
I'll do all of it at the same time.
Yeah, if you do all of it at the same time, I think you're okay.
Yeah, if that's the rule, it's totally fine. The Vision,
because you're representing everybody's culture.
The Vision. Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch came to the ring for a promo. Rollins put Lynch over in the promo. This was a great segment. I really enjoyed this. However, he was immediately interrupted by CM Punk and AJ Lee. Punk made fun of Lynch and Rollins' outfits, asking if their egos would get in the way of Wrestlepalooza. Punk took offense to that. That was said, saying that he was the most selfish man he had ever met. Rollins, blah, blah, blah. This went on back and forth. Maybe a little too long, but this was probably the best segment here. AJ Lee pretty much said, she said, I'm a Puerto Rican from New Jersey, and I get a bit slashy or stabby.
Yeah.
You know, those are the exact words that Jess's grandmother said to me. I'm not even kidding you. I wish I was kidding you. She goes, you know, we're Puerto Rican. I said, yes, I know. And she goes, this is my wedding day. She goes, you should sleep with one eye open. We get a bit stabby.
There you go.
This was on my wedding day. My wife's grandmother warned me. Now, I have not been stabbed. That is a positive.
Not that you know of.
Not that I know of. Maybe little ones.
Like little
maybe
tiny.
Like one of those. I thought that got a pop. That tickled me a little bit. You know, she's great, man. She looks fantastic.
Yeah.
AJ Lee looks fantastic. She always had a very unique delivery with her promos. I think she's only, this is 10 years later, and she's 10 years more mature, and I'm really curious how she's going to look in ring, and I'm really curious where they're going to go from here.
Yeah.
I thought this was probably the best segment of the show, in my opinion. Very excited for this match. That is the main event, right? That is the biggest match on this card. And between the Cody, they really have 3 decent matches. Cody and Drew. Yep. You got Cena and Balor. He was a complete gentleman. Thank God. Okay, because he represents the show. And I don't want to get a call from Bailey saying one of your people held me on for a half a second too long.
He lingered and he looked me right in the eye.
So Byron Saxton interviews Dominic after this. He was cut off by Penta and was attacked by the New Day backstage. El Grande Americano with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate defeated Dragon Lee. They also did the 3 mask thing, the Spider-Man thing.
Now, is El Grande Americano WWE's version of Suicide, or you don't know who's under the mask?
Is that what's happening now?
Depending on the week.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. Which I really like this. I like the gimmick. I think he's gotten it over. I like that everybody else wears it too. It's fun. You know, that's a fun, silly thing that works.
Very much.
Stephanie Vaquer defeated Kairi Sane with Asuka. Asuka confronted Vaquer. However, Io Sky simmered tensions. Oh, this is not from my notes. You are right, MG. This is from somewhere else.
This is his fan fiction.
Because nobody that works for me knows what the word simmer means.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a 4th grade vocabulary that works for me. So I'm glad that this is at least at a 5th grade level. Backstage, Asuka told Io she better win the title at Wrestlepalooza. You had the Vision, the Bronze. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker defeated Jimmy Uso and LA Knight. Uso made the save, but ate a BFT from Knight at the end of the broadcast.
Okay.
All right.
Fair.
We got a 3-hour special tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
AEW September to Remember. It's a September to remember. Not a November,
I think this is
not
an
an
October.
October.
Good show. Yeah.
This looks like it's a great show. You want to run down the card?
Yeah, we have an eliminator match for the AEW Unified title shot at All Out. The Beast Mortos versus Mascara Dorada. It's going to be fun. Qualifying match for a spot in the tag title ladder match at All Out. You have Top Flight, Darius Martin and Dante Martin versus Josh Alexander and Hechicero. Again, going to be a great match. Qualifying match for another spot in the tag team match at All Out. Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kip Sabian and Killswitch. You have a qualifying match for a spot in another spot in the ladder match. Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn versus the Young Bucks. I feel like the Bucks are going to take that. You have a no-holds-barred match between Thekla and Queen Aminata. Bobby Lashley versus Toa Leona. FTR to face off with Adam Cole and Christian Cage. Heavy fines will be given if there's physicality. Spotlight for Timeless Tony Storm, Riho versus Robin Renegade, and John Moxley versus Roderick Strong. What's the start time on this, MG?
8 o'clock.
It's going 8 to 11.
It's going to go an hour.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like it surprised everybody when Raw started at 7 o'clock yesterday. Yes, this is where you say yes. Yes, it did.
Yeah, I told he was doing something else. Didn't realize Andrew got up for a second. It was
were
weird.
You doing?
I realized at 7:05 that that Raw had started. I'm like, oh, that's right. It did throw me off.
Yeah, so they're running that. How many weeks are they going to do that?
I think it's just the next 2. Maybe it's longer.
Early Raw.
We'll see. I mean, we'll really see what time they do it, because if the ratings were better because they weren't going up against football for that first hour.
Well, they were going up against football because there was 2 football games. One started at 7 head to head.
Did it really?
And one started at 10. Yeah.
I hate when they do that 7 o'clock. Yeah, I hate when they do that 7 o'clock game. All right. Yeah, this looks good. This looks like a lot of fun, this show.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. And then we have NXT Homecoming tonight.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller effect.
That's at Full Sail, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're back at Full Sail.
Yeah, they're back at Full Sail for this week, right? Grayson Waller effect with NXT champion over Femi and Ricky Saints, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes versus DIY. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. North American Championship, Ethan Page versus Tyler Breeze. Make that the main event. Rhea Ripley, Lyra Valkyria. Tiffany Stratton is not cleared, and Stephanie Vaquer versus Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Jasmine Nix. That's going to be a fun show.
That will be a fun show.
This weekend, we got a lot more wrestling. You have All Out Saturday at 3 p.m. in Toronto. That's 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Thank God. So, I got very confused, and I thought this was a Sunday.
Yes.
I don't know why. I got very confused on dates, and I thought this was on Sunday. I'm glad it's a Saturday, and I'm glad it's on at 3 p.m.
It's the 20th. Should I go down the card?
Yeah.
It's going to be a good card. You have a Tornado Tailgate Brawl with Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, Queen Aminata, Willow Nightingale versus Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, and Triangle of Madness.
A lot of people.
I believe that's
a lot of
the
people.
Pre-show.
That's the pre-show, yeah.
Yeah. AEW Unified Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita versus Mascara Dorada or the Beast Mortos. Is it Takeshita's time?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so, and I don't know. And Okada needs to do more wrestling at this point. I want to see him have more Okada matches. This obviously is set up to protect whoever loses because there's so many people in here.
Right.
Takeshita and Okada could be a big long-term story, as far as the match goes. But you have to also make other stars because you have 3 of your top guys out.
Right.
And Max isn't there, full-time. I mean, he's never really been there week after week wrestling. So
right.
You have to do something, and I think Takeshita could be elevated here for sure with Okada.
Yes.
You could do something fun here.
I agree with you. You also have the AEW Tag Team Championship ladder match. Brodito versus 3 of the winners from September to remember. So whoever wins on Dynamite gets to be on this match.
Okay.
This match coming up is something I've been looking forward to. I'm pretty sure it's something you've been looking forward to. The return of Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill.
He was out for a long time.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest break he took from wrestling. So I am too. Listen, 2 New Yorkers One dude that grew up in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
He's a Holy Cross boy, played basketball here in Queens. And the other one is Eddie Kingston. And Eddie's story tickles me so much.
Yeah.
Because this guy got the national exposure so late in his career. And, you know, if anybody watched independent wrestling or, you know, like just even like TNA and stuff, you knew what he was capable of. And
exactly.
He's amazing. He's always been incredible and amazing. He's really the last of that generation that was influenced so heavily from the Masawas and the Kawatas.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to him coming back. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do. I would have him married to Okada and Takeshita.
Yes.
Immediately, I would have him in that mix.
I'd like to see him win this match and then somehow interrupt other matches on the card after that.
All of them. I want him to interrupt all of them. Just come out and start talking.
Tables and thumbtacks, Mark Briscoe versus
it's Eddie
MJF.
Kingston. It's me, Tracy Morgan.
It's me, Tracy Morgan.
There you
go. Tables and thumbtacks, Mark Briscoe versus MJF. What do you make of this?
Okay.
All right. AEW TBS Championship.
You know how I feel about this. I just feel like I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
I think it's gonna be a good match.
I'm sure it will.
And I feel like MJF is gonna take the brutal bump on this one.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure it'll be a great match. I'm just I have a lot of fundamental issues with their booking. With a lot of things that they're doing.
How about this one though? AEW TBS Championship match: Mercedes Moné versus Riho.
I think they'll have a great match.
AEW World Championship: Hangman Page versus Kyle Fletcher.
So I'm going to talk about this for a second because I have to correct the slander that was thrown against Kyle Fletcher over the last couple of weeks regarding him not wearing socks with his loafers. I'm going to tell you something. What kind of sicko do you people think this man is? I'm going to show you something. He's
got the props out.
Okay. I'm a loafer fanatic. I always wear loafers. And everybody
You're a big
says
loafer
to me,
guy.
I'm a big loafer guy. And everybody says, "Oh, you're not wearing socks?"
Yeah, no show socks. That's your secret.
They're no show socks. And I even enhanced like it's CSI. I zoomed, I enhanced, and you could even see the bottom of the no show socks showing in his loafers. You people are slandering this man for no reason. It's sickening.
You should start wearing loafers with white socks like Michael Jackson. Just like real old school.
I haven't worn like dress socks, like real dress socks, in like a decade.
Yeah.
Ankles out, bitch.
That was your summertime. That was your slogan this summertime. That was your motto.
Those were the T-shirts I had printed at 4th of July. Handed everybody.
So does Hangman retain?
Yeah, he would have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
AEW Women's Championship: Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter versus Thekla versus Chris Statlander. I like a nice 4-way on occasion, and I think this is going to deliver.
Yeah, this will be good. I want Jamie Hayter. I was watching a bunch of clips on like TikTok, and it was like a Jamie Hayter compilation before she got hurt and before she became that 70s hater.
Yeah.
Something happened. I don't know what. And listen, I'm a big fan of hers, but she lost whatever that momentum was because it came very quick. Remember, that was the time that like all of a sudden people were getting super hot for not no reason, but like randomly it was happening. We saw that happen in AEW a lot with certain gimmicks. She got super hot. And it just, obviously she got hurt, so it kind of fizzled, but I want her to get back to that. Same with Statlander. Statlander was in that level too, and then she got hurt, and when she came back, it's always such an uphill when it really should be an easy thing, right? You're off TV, people are excited to see you.
Exactly.
You know who got that also? The Bad Apple.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
He was getting over, and then something happened.
I don't know.
It's very fascinating.
It is fascinating because, like, I'll give you a great example. I'll give you an easy effing home run. Danhausen.
Sure. Great.
Okay? I don't know personal, like how difficult certain personal people are, right? Like how sometimes people don't mesh. They're different. They say no to things. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything. But I look at him and I look at that gimmick and I think to myself, oh my God, this is a blessing to have somebody on the roster like that. Why? Why,
exactly.
Rich? Why do I think that way? Danhausen plushies. Danhausen cape. Danhausen hosts a horror fright night on TBS. Danhausen does a cooking show. Danhausen has toys. Danhausen sells a jar of teeth. Okay, gummy teeth. Great. Yeah. Here we go. I have a great viewing experience. Danhausen has a jar of gummy teeth. And you know what happens when he's in the ring? He goes like this, and everybody starts throwing the gummies in the ring.
Yeah, there you go.
You hand it front row, and, they just throw the gummies in front row. Marketing opportunities that you don't get. How?
Whoa.
Why?
Lost marketing opportunities for a lot of stuff that they've done. Like the plushies, I feel like are a good example. Like little dolls are a good example. Like when, I forgot her name. And when Harley Cameron was doing the puppet gimmick.
The puppet gimmick. Yeah, I like Harley Cameron. I think she's cool.
Mass market them.
Yeah.
They could have mass marketed a lot of interesting stuff.
Listen, and the answer can't be like, the answer was, when I asked about Penta, right? Like WWE was so quick to be able to merchandise him.
Oh my God, yeah. They ruined his debut.
AEW never sold a Penta mask, and they said, well, no, he had a contract with someone else. You buy the contract out. What do you mean? What do you mean he has a contract with someone else? You kill that contract. You buy it out. You do something else. You had a fun-looking character. You gotta market. My kids love Danhausen, not because of me. They just see it and they're tickled by the thing.
Exactly. And I think that's something that needs to be capitalized on with anything. Yeah. Let's see what else we have here. Coffin match: Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley. I'm gonna say this ends with both of them falling. Do
they sell a Darby Allin plushie?
They need to. With a little coffin?
A little coffin. Do they sell a little plushy coffin and a little plushy Darby Allin? Do you know how easy it is to make these now?
Right.
You could have it manufactured and it's so simple now to do this. I'm not even kidding. I could manufacture like a cartoon version of me and Rich tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it.
I could have it all done and made and ready for drop order.
Hell ship. Yeah. Hell, along with your VHS tapes.
Dude, those VHS tapes. So I've burnt over the last couple weeks. I've burnt 4 so far. Okay. You want to know what I have on there?
Sure, go.
I have the Montreal screw job, but
just the screw job.
It's just a screw job, and it's the actual the pay-per-view version that was recorded originally.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I have that one. I have ECW Heatwave 98.
Great.
But the Hayabusa and Shinsaki versus Rob Van Dam and Sabu match, it was recorded over with the local news.
Okay.
Penny Crone for Fox 5, she was in the neighborhood, and I had to record over it because I wanted to see what she was talking about. So that's gone too. Those are the 2 that I have. I have the IWA deathmatch that I stole from Jack Sabbath at the Wrestling Universe that I'm going to start selling.
Awesome.
And the other one is just me and Rich.
Just hanging.
In
your backyard, maybe on the couch. Backyard.
Yeah, just hanging.
Holding the ECW sign.
Holding the ECW sign up. I have to glue this thing down.
Guys, again, send Andrew your credit card information, your social security number, and your address, and you will get a VHS tape within the next month.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 6 to 8 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah. Daniel enjoys my vampire Bruno bit. It's not a bit. It's reality for me. It's in my head. I do it for my wife. I do it for my wife, and she does not get a kick out of it.
No?
I do it too much.
Oh, you're walking around the house all day just doing the voice.
I was barbecuing the other day, and I was I go, Jessica, would you like your steak rare? Yeah, sometimes it doesn't hit, but you could ask Will Washington. I told him this is what they need to do in AEW. More vampires. I want
more vampires.
You know what?
More spookies, more vampires.
Tony gets bit by the vampire.
Uh-huh. And then what happens?
He's a vampire. Now Tony Khan's a vampire.
Okay.
But he doesn't know how to use the abilities yet. So, like, when he turns into a bat, it's, like, half transformed, and he's, like, flopping around.
Half man, half bat?
Half man, half bat, yeah.
I do want more vampires in wrestling. I mean, like, that. I feel like everybody needs that.
Swerve is a vampire, and so is Hangman Page.
Sure.
Right? Technically.
Listen.
And Danhausen's a vampire, right? Danhausen, is he a macabre or is he a vampire?
He's a macabre. He's a ghoul.
He's a ghoul.
I definitely think, and hear me out, if you added that Hangman was a vampire out of nowhere, I'd be all for it, because then you'd have a vampire cowboy. If like something they introduce him being like some kind of right?
Oh, dude, he could be a sexy vampire too.
Yeah,
I'm not into the sexy vampires. I'm not. I don't like the sexy vampire. You know what? Interview with a vampire, sexy vampire, cool. Okay, I'm not a Twilight vampire.
Right.
Hangman Page gets. I'm not a sparkler. Hangman Page just becomes make him a little ghoulish. Dude, yeah. RJ City could fucking write this so well. I'm getting so excited. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm not even kidding you. I'm gonna message RJ and I'm gonna send him this whole thing now. RJ can write the whole thing. Adam Page is a somewhat sexy cowboy vampire that comes on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And he's very ghoulish. Or a horse. He's very ghoulish. Yeah. So when he comes out and the lights hit, he just does this. He does that every time the lights. Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with vampire.
I cowboy shit.
That'd be amazing. That's your promo right there. There's 2 more matches. It's all out is very long.
Go. Yeah, let's go.
Like we have not Ricochet and GOA versus the Hurt Syndicate. Great.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the Hurt Syndicate, but they got it. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah,
because
it should have been Christian and Edge, right?
What do you do with giant Bobby Lashley?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with him?
Right. He needs to fight other giant people.
Do you know what match I don't want to see because it makes me so uncomfortable? Bobby Lashley and Eddie Kingston.
Oh, I kind of want that.
It makes me so uncomfortable. I don't know why. I just feel I don't want this.
Why not?
I don't know. Not in like it'll be a terrible match. Like, I don't know. It looks AI to me in my head.
Okay, fair.
You know what I mean?
Bobby Lashley does look like he's AI.
He's from a different planet, dude. That guy, he's ageless. He has the skin of a baby.
He does. And you know what? I feel like they need a long program or a semi-decent program with Cope and Cage.
Yeah.
Is that going to be your main event, Cope and Cage versus FTR? Or is the main event the coffin match? Or is the main event the hangman match?
I don't know. The world title should always be the main event, but they are in Canada. And this is the first time Edge and Christian have wrestled together in a tag team in Canada. Isn't that weird?
Since forever?
Ever.
Or in 20 years?
No, since ever.
Really?
They've never wrestled as a tag team in Canada on a pay-per-view.
So Edge and Christian win. Out come the Hurt Syndicate, and that's your next feud.
Yeah. When does the title get involved? You have something very unique here. Fine. They're old, right? Everybody's old here. Everybody's old, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. Is it something you're interested in? And is this a first time thing? I think this reunion is fine. I'm okay with it. I would even put the titles on him, have somebody beat them, have them be in between. You could do something.
Mm-hmm.
Falafel Bay's in the chat.
MG, what are you sprinkling on yourself?
Oh, Falafel Bay in the chat room, okay, messaged me. I am Falafel Bay, and he's watching. And he made falafel this morning.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, with a little tahini.
Beautiful. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, we got less than 10 minutes. Get your questions ready.
Let's do questions.
We're going to answer your questions. It's questions time.
This soda's really delicious, by the way. Oh, Wrestlepalooza. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's right. Wrestlepalooza.
Here we go. The Braun brothers, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus the Usos.
Great. The Brauns take it.
What, MG? Why are you trying to upsell me Fios on Verizon Wireless Unlimited 5G on this sheet? Have you upgraded to unlimited 5G, Rich?
No, not yet.
Okay, because MG's very concerned because it's in our notes.
I know.
ESPN Unlimited.
ESPN
the service you have to watch the Wrestlepalooza.
I want to talk about that because a lot of people are confused on this process, okay?
Yeah.
The Braun brothers versus the Uso brothers. You got CM Punk and AJ Lee. AJ's first match back since 2015 in WWE or anywhere. Actually, no, she did some stuff because she was doing the TV show. So she was in a ring training, but first time back. Braun Breaker, Seth, that would have been something. AJ Lee versus Braun Breaker. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Women's World Championship, Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes defends against Drew McIntyre. And John Cena and Brock Lesnar. So this is the first show on ESPN. How do you get this? So I've been asked about this, and if you listen to Wrestling Observer today, if you heard the conversation with Dave and Brian, they're also very confused because this is not ESPN Plus. This is not on ESPN. This is their new service. It has taken the place of ESPN Plus, as far as I understand.
Okay.
I have insight. I just did this.
Give me the insight.
So if you want me to, I'll give you the quick insight.
So if you go to ESPN Plus right now, if you go to plus.espn.com, which is the ESPN Plus site, it's just branded ESPN now.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So if you have it, so I subscribe to the bundle of 3: ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So on my Disney Plus account, I logged in yesterday and I got a little flash up came up and it said upgrade to unlimited or upgrade your package, and it was a one-time $9.99 charge. And what I did is I was paying for the without ads, but I downgraded to with ads and chose the bundle. So now I'm paying the same price, but I get unlimited, but I just have to sacrifice it and getting
the
ads.
Got it.
Okay.
If you don't want ads, it's like $38 a month for everything. So
what they did, they took their ESPN Plus subscription and they made it $30 and they rebranded it. That's essentially what they did.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. That's a nice succinct way to put it. I think I'm grandfathered in through my Spectrum account because I have access to like most of the streaming.
You are.
So I think I'm good. I think you're good, right?
I'm not good. I have to buy. Oh. I think I own. I think I have it because I do pay for the bundle and I pay for the commercial free bundle.
Okay.
Already.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do the same thing I just.
I'm gonna
did,
have to do the same thing and just click something. Yeah.
So it's an extra $10 right off the get go. That's it.
Yeah.
We do have one question before we go.
No, do we have questions? Oh, you have one question.
We have one question.
Okay.
We do collectively. Did WBD have any say in AEW changing the time of All Out to 3 p.m.?
No, they didn't care. I think they welcomed it, to be honest. But I asked, and nobody said that there was anything bad about this.
Fair.
Is that the only question?
That's the only question, and we have 2 minutes left. Are you pumped for all the wrestling this weekend?
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Jess was supposed to go to Connecticut with Taylor for the weekend, but they're not going this weekend. So I was gonna say let's have a grill out for the boys, but maybe I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. Thank you for joining us. Catch all the shows on Fightful. Follow them on Twitter. You can follow me at Andrew Zarian. You can follow Rich, BTC Rich. MG, what's your Twitter or your X?
At 2Fight4Ever.
At 2Fight4Ever. There you go. All right, guys. See you all next time.